Hey, this will be a video chart on TTDZ. Been getting quite a few messages and stuff about this one asking if I could give my opinion on it. So here we are, and we'll break it down from a technical perspective. Not the best day in the world to see, but for the players out there that enjoy a good old risk versus reward situation, this is presenting a very nice opportunity, and I'll point that out in a bit. But just real quick, you can see that it started to make a rebound here, and then unfortunately for whatever reason, pretty much the gas or the tank just ran out of gas, and the price has headed back downwards. But there is still a little bit of hope, and I'll talk about what I mean by that. And the hope is more for the people that are playing this for the overall chart, the longer term, and that's also where the risk versus reward situation comes into play too. So with that, let's just draw the almighty trend line here. So this is the trend line, and as you can see, well, real quick, a trend line is just simply an area of support, and trend lines are drawn simply, if you saw how I did that, by using the lows. So obviously when a stock is putting in higher lows, it allows you to draw an uptrend line. So that is what I meant by there is still hope for the overall players, because technically, from the overall perspective, since early December here, and then after this pullback here, it does still have a chance of being able to put in a higher high. Now we're right on the brink right here, and I'll get to that in a second, but let's say it hovers right around this trend line and then heads back up. Well, you would once again have held this trend line, which implies you put in a higher low, and that's what you want to see in the overall picture. But now on the other side of the coin, we're right on the brink of not being able to hold, but at that same with the same situation for the risk versus reward, this is a pretty attractive setup. If you set a type stop loss, if this trend line just fails, then you're out for a quick, or you're out and you just have a small little loss. But if it does rebound and heads back up, you can make a very nice percentage move. So for those risk versus reward players out there, that's why this sets up as a very attractive setup right now. Now in terms of resistances, if the price does start to head back up, the key resistance that I'm seeing sticking out is pretty much this level right here, which is valued at right around 0.027. You can see that, well, first let me change this to red for resistance. But you can see that through the course of the chart since December, acted as resistance there. Here did get above it and then exploded, and but couldn't quite hold. Then once again acted as resistance, and then more recently right there acted as resistance. So this 0.027 level does seem to be a pretty stubborn level of resistance. But overall, like I said, for the long-term players, there's hope, but your hope's really running. It's walking the line right now, because as you can see, it's very close to violating this trend line. But it could technically still hold here and bounce up, and then the overall trend would still be bullish, and you'd be just fine. But without sugarcoating things, you're towing the line in terms of the chart not looking so good for you anymore. But if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. We've been making some good money together on our alerts, so I'd encourage you to head to the website, sign up, and give it a try. One more time, this was TTDZ. Thanks for listening.